Stephanie. I'm going to be taking you through an art project today. We're going to make some scratch art. So this is an example of a halfway done one. So what we're going to do is show you start to finish. So you're going to need some paper, any size works, a small piece, a large piece, whatever you want to work on. The bigger the piece, the longer it's going to take. You're going to need a pack of oil pastels if you have them. If you don't, crayons are perfect for this. You can use broken crayons, full-size crayons, but you want to make sure that they're nice and waxy. So those rose art ones are great, the Crayola ones are great, and then you're going to need a pencil. You could use a ruler. You could also use a popsicle stick, a toothpick, or a pencil for the scratch part. So what you're going to start with is your piece of paper. You want to create any picture. Whatever you want to make on it is up to you. I came up with a very simple border for my picture to kind of do a different color scheme, and then some flowers in the middle just to make it a little something special. So if you want a picture, you can do a picture. If you want it to just be colors, that's totally fine too. So what you're going to start with is your full piece of paper. I drew a border around it and the flowers in the middle. If you can see on the bottom of this, I started the same thing. We have some borders on some colors on the border and some colors on the inside. You want to start with lighter colors first and then move on to darker colors. The most important color that you need today is a black. That is your final piece, a black crayon. If you don't have a black, a really dark blue will work, but you want something very dark for your final part. So what you do is you start with a light color. I'm going to use a light green because green is my favorite, and I'm going to do the whole outside in green. You want this to be completely colored in. You don't want to see any little spots of white. You don't want a little scratch moment. You want the whole thing completely covered, top to bottom. So you might have to press really, really hard. If you are somebody that likes to color over and over and over, this is the project for you. Lots and lots of color. I'm going to go with some green, and I'm just going to stop halfway through because I've had enough of that green. So we're going to move on to another one. I will go with some yellow because yellow against black is going to be really, really noticeable. So we'll add some yellow. And we want to color the whole thing in. All of that white needs to be gone. That is the most important part of this. So I didn't really like this yellow, and I'm going to go over it again. You can add another color on top of it. The more colors you add on top, the more fun it's going to be when you start to scratch. So you can see I'm coming up with some lines there. You want to color those back in. You don't want to see any scratches before you get to your black. And I'm going to color all the way down here. These oil pastels are a little messy, so at the end of it, you can wipe these away, and you're all good. If you have crayon, it might not, rub off like that, so you shouldn't have any problems. We're going to color in as much as we can. And I'm going to move to another color now. Now I want a light purple, and I'm going to go from top to bottom here with this purple. So no spots of white, nice and hard. With the crayon, it's going to be a little bit more taxing on you. You're going to need a lot more energy and a lot more pressure. So I'm going to use a crayon for this example. Let's pick a lighter one. Let's go with a orange peach color. I'm going to do my flower in that. So you're going to press super, super hard. And you're going to color this whole entire thing in, top to bottom. My paper is a little waxy actually, so it's coming up, but yours won't do that. So you want to color the whole thing. Now you don't really have to stain the lines for this either, which is the greatest part. So if you are someone who likes to really just wing it and scribble some colors, you can absolutely do that. So you can do a bunch of lines and add a different one. You can add some on top of it, underneath, and then you're good to go. So the last part, this is completely covered. Let's jump the gun here, and we are all the way on to our finished piece. You are going to cover the entire thing, top to bottom with black, super, super hard. So you're gonna go all the way down, cover the entire thing so you see nothing else. Now this is going to take the most time, and this is what can drag your art time out. If you want it to be nice and quick, you don't have to color the whole thing in, but it doesn't matter if we're going on to the sides, if we're going up and down, but we want to color the whole thing in. Now you see there's a lot of mess around. Just wipe it off, nothing to worry about. Now we're gonna pretend this is completely colored. I'm gonna flip it in half so you guys can kind of see what a finished one would look like. And you're gonna grab either a pencil, a popsicle stick, or a toothpick. And you're gonna make any designs that you want. And just scratch. So I'm gonna make some scribbles. I want a flower. I want to make some really thick lines. Some crosses. Now this can be good for just like some doodling, or you can decide I'm gonna make a whole picture out of it. But the final project would be from top to bottom, scratched all the way out, and that's up to you. This can take a little bit of time, this could take a long period of time. So if you want some scratch art, this is a good project to pass some time and get a lot of energy out. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Hopefully you can make your own on any size paper that you want. Have fun.